Hello everybody, this is Robin from Roaming with Rover, and we are back with our Lizzy Blanket crochet along. So if you've been following along, you know that we are just finishing up the first half of Mary. So at this point we've completed Jane, we've completed Elizabeth, and now we're working on Mary. And I wanted to show you. So we started Mary right, that's all separated out right here. So these 15 rows represent Mary. Aren't those colors just stunning? I do love the colors. I absolutely do. So we did this much this week. Excellent, excellent. And look how long she's getting. Wow. It's getting there. All right, so I waited until we were together to measure. So I get out my handy dandy tape measure here, and let's give it a quick little measurement here. And it looks like we're coming up on 25 inches. 25 inches. And let me think. 1, 2.5. We're about halfway done. So we're still looking around 50, give or take, 50 inches for this. That's a nice length. I like that a lot for length. Yeah, this is really, really pretty. Really, really pretty. That is something. Yeah, I didn't even realize that we were halfway done until just this second. So what we're going to do now is we're going to continue in the same pattern that we had this week. So we've done the first 15 rows. Now we're going to do the last 15 rows. And at this point, we're at row 75. You should be done with row 75. And easy stitches this week. Lots of double crochets, lots of half double crochets. The only thing that we may have had to learn was that front post double crochet, which again is pretty easy. And I do want to reiterate one more time. Once in a while, when I get to the end of my row, she'll say that I should have 2 something, and I only have 1 something. And when I do my count, it works out fine. And as long as everything is working out for these specialty rows, I am not worrying about that. Everything's going to even out. And as long as things work out fine with your specialty rows, see, like right here, this one has 2 at the end, this one has 1 at the end, and the counts still end up right. I don't know why that happens. I don't know how it can happen, but it seems to. I'm not going to worry too much about that as long as those things are working out okay. I am very glad we don't have to deal with all these ends, aren't you? So when we get to doing that envelope border, that's going to be a really, really good thing. Yeah. So, coming along nicely. Yes, it is. However, one thing that I'm noticing as I'm using up my yarn is I'm starting to have some labels that are popping. They're either breaking in half or they're starting to fall off because my yarn skeins are getting skinny. So what I've been doing is just folding them up because we need those colors. There's so many different colors. We need to be able to keep track of our colors. So I'm folding them up and just kind of tucking them down inside here. Down inside. Most of the skeins I'm working from the outside. I prefer to work from the inside. I like that center pull, but I'm having a hard time getting the center pull to work on a lot of these skeins. So I'm ending up working from the outside. And that could also be why so many of my labels are tearing, because I'm doing that outside thing. But that's what I'm doing, is I am folding these up and sticking them right into the middle. And if it is one where the center pull is working, I just stick it in the opposite end of where I have the center pull coming from. But in addition to that, I have a little trick. I go and buy these little clippy barrettes. And these happen to be some cute little girls ones in all different colors that are they were on sale, so these are the ones that I grabbed. And I just take that little clip and I tuck it right inside of that label, and then right inside, or just around some of the yarn, just like that. So there's no way I'm going to lose that label. This is also a good way if you when you're putting yarn away, if you've got ends that you want to keep track of, you can put these little clips on those ends, and that'll keep them good and solid too. But that's how I'm making sure that I don't lose track of those labels, because so many of these colors are very similar, and I'm afraid if I didn't have my exact, see, look how similar some of those colors are. I'm afraid if I didn't have my exact label with the name of the colors on them, that I would start losing track of what was going on here. So I did want to show you that little trick, and I'm sure you guys have all seen that before. You've all heard that before. See, here's another one where it's just getting ready. This is just getting really, really loose. So I'm probably going to do the same thing with that. I'm going to take one of these barrettes, and these ones are really pretty, all fancy colors. I usually just have the plain brown ones. So, but I'm just going to take that, and I'm going to clip it to the side with a little bit of the yarn there. Now that's not going to fall off of there. And these are very inexpensive. Usually they're in the neighborhood of $1, $1.50. Probably got this at the dollar store, $1.25 store. You know how it is. But there were 18 of them on here, so plenty for what we're doing. But that's just a little trip to help keep track of those labels as we're working away on this thing, and it is starting, those labels are starting to loosen up a little bit. So this week we are going to finish up the last 15 rows of Mary, and that is it. Nothing extraordinary. Make sure that you guys are checking out down in the description box, because there is good information down there. That's where you're going to find the links to Anja's original videos. That's where you're finding, obviously, that's where you're finding the links to the free pattern. Every time we bring up a new section, I put that new section of the pattern in there. And that's also where you're going to find the information about the giveaway. Don't forget, there is a giveaway at the end of this, so everybody who participates and sends me pictures, emails at the end is going to be put in for a drawing for a pretty cool little prize. And I just can't wait to see all your guys's beautiful, beautiful projects, see how they're going. I think that's pretty much it for this week. That's where we're at. That's what we're going to do. So make sure that you leave me a comment down below. Let me know how yours is progressing along, and just anything you want to comment about it. Don't forget about the read along, where I am reading the actual Pride and Prejudice book for you, and you're welcome to listen along to that. Even if you're not doing the crochet along, I hope maybe that you will listen to the reading of the book, and maybe just work on any old project that you're doing. So just let me know what you guys are doing with this process, and I will see you guys next week. See you later. Bye-bye. Please like this video and subscribe if you have not already. And if you find that you're getting any value at all from my videos, I do appreciate it. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.